go play, let's go have some fun, and let's just kind of see what we can shoot today. Okay. Yes. Guys, look at this. The office is clean. Oh, we finally cleaned the office, and I gotta tell you guys, after a long day at work, it just feels like falling into the ocean. After being kind of like stressed and like stuck in a cubicle all day, it's so nice to come home and have just like this clean space. You always I didn't realize how stressful it was to have it sort of all dirty in here until we finally cleaned it. So, new highlight of the week, clean office space. Whew. So guys, in other news, I did, if you were wondering what that little white baggie was as I was walking in, I did finally get a new snowmobiling helmet today, which Luke, I'm your father. Literally half of snowmobiling is just looking cool. The other half is like actually being really freaking good at riding. Sweet. So yeah, we got a new helmet. A little foreshadowing because in the next little bit, I think we're leaving in like a couple of days or something, we are going back to the cabin for the annual winter Christmas time trip. And of course, there will be sledding. And of course, I'm going to film it again. But I digress, because guys, today we are talking about the DJI Spark and not snowmobiling or anything else of that crap. So let's fix the lighting really quick, and then let's talk about the DJI Spark, because I'm definitely bringing it on our snowmobiling trips. So anyway, let's fix the lights. All right, guys, so let's talk the DJI Spark. Now, I kind of had fun with that little intro sequence. I was really playing around with the new GoPro slow motion, so I apologize it wasn't all Spark footage, but it was just kind of a fun day to go out and shoot, and this is like several days later. I've completely edited that first part, and I just kind of wanted to talk about it and really talk about, you know, how does the Spark sit going into 2019? Should you still buy it going into 2019? I don't know. It's hard to say, but let's do that conversation, you know, kind of right now. So guys, today at this current moment on Amazon, the Spark ranges from around 400-ish bucks, depending on if you get a controller and some accessories, whereas the kind of next size competitor, we're talking kind of small drones, travel drones today, is the DJI Mavic Air, which is around 800 or 900 depending on the package. A lot of the DJI products really kind of sit around the $1,000 range if they're brand new. So the Spark is a really affordable drone, and it's probably definitely enticing to a lot of people, beginners especially. I mean, that was the reason I bought it when I first bought it. I was like, this is the cheapest drone that DJI makes, and I want sort of a cinematic-y type drone that flies really smooth and shoots really smooth footage, but isn't going to break the bank and isn't like a racing drone. So with that in mind, I don't think the Spark is necessarily out of the question. If you're really pinching the budget, I mean, you guys be the judges. It only shoots 1080p, so it can't shoot 4K, and it only shoots at 30 frames a second, so you kind of have to play around with the frame rates a little bit in post. With those things in mind, I think you definitely can still justify buying it. If you really do want to do a lot of drone videography and photography, I would say just wait. Keep saving up, go for the Mavic Air. I've got a couple of buddies that have the Mavic Air, and I've just been blown away with their results. It looks a lot nicer than the Spark, but the Spark is all I have, guys. And confession time, I don't do a ton of drone videography. I really kind of like to just sprinkle it in as a little salt and pepper on top in my videos, but I certainly don't bank on it. So a lot of times, even though it's only 1080 and I shoot practically everything else in 4K, unless it's like super slow-mo from the GoPro or the Panasonic, the Spark really fits in nicely. And don't get me wrong, it's DJI. They make great cameras and great drones. The 1080p looks nice. You guys saw the intro. I'll put a couple of more shots up right now. It's good looking 1080p. It's definitely passable, and on YouTube, it's pretty darn good still. I mean, it's hard to really compare it apples to apples with something like the DJI Mavic Air when a lot of people just kind of watch this on their computer or even their cell phone, and so that little pixel peeping 4K type analysis, I don't know, maybe it doesn't hold as much merit for you. It certainly doesn't hold as much merit for me, and that's why I still haven't upgraded the drone, because the Spark still works great for its purpose, which is being a stable, solid aerial camera for me. I like how I still have my GoPro mount on here from I attached my Spark to my GoPro video. Physical build quality, the batteries, the lights, the props, just everything about this little drone does not feel cheap. It feels like a really high quality product, and you can kind of get it for a steal. I've crashed it plenty of times. This is a really high quality, durable product, and it's kind of one of the cheapest, like, cinema type drones on the market right now. So kind of my final verdict, to be honest with you guys, I mean, I have no plans of upgrading anytime soon. I would have to kind of have sort of a pretty extreme reason to really justify getting rid of this thing in exchange for something like the Mavic Air, which is probably the drone that I would get instead of like a Mavic or a Mavic Pro. I would probably get the Mavic Air because travel size is like really important to me. Long story short, I'm not upgrading, I'm not getting rid of it. I still use it to this day, and I think you guys could definitely justify it. But if you do envision yourself maybe starting a YouTube channel, an outdoor channel, a travel channel, I would probably just say save up for the Mavic Air. I think it's the better drone. It has a 3-axis gimbal, 4K, slow motion 1080. It folds even smaller than this guy, which, I mean, you know, this is my hand. This drone is really small, and the Mavic Air folds down even smaller than this. Personally, if I would do it over again, I would probably save up for the Mavic Air. If you really need a drone now and all you have is the 400-ish bucks that the Spark costs, yeah, you're not going to be upset. DJI makes good drones. It's a good quality drone. You've seen some of the sample footage. It makes a good product, and it's a nice fit. Anyway, guys, I'm going to just roll out of here. You guys have a good rest of your day, night, morning, wherever you are. I'm going to have a good rest of my night. I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Okay. See you guys.